Hi guys, our problem is RangeSum accept LR queries. In this problem, we are given an integer array and we will receive multiple queries here. Each query asks for sum of elements between two indices called left and right, and the both indices are inclusive here. To solve this, we need to design a method SumRange with left comma right as input, which returns the sum of elements from index left to right. So here the array will be immutable and meaning it means its values do not change. The same array is used for multiple queries. So here efficiency also plays a key role because queries can be many. So let us try to understand this clearly with an example here. So consider this input array -2, 0, 3, -5, 2 and -1. So let us see how different queries work here. So for sum range 0, 2, we add the elements from index 0 to index 2, that is -2, 0 plus 3, which gives the result 1. And for the second query, sum range of 2, 5, we add the elements from index 2 till the index 5. So 3 plus -5 plus 2 plus of -1, it gives -1. So for the third query, from index 0 to index 5, that means adding all the elements from 0 to n, so it gives -3. So let us see another example with an array 4, -1, 2, 7, -3 and 6. The queries will be some range of 1, 3, that means which gives 8, and some range of 2, 4, that means index 2 to 4, 2 plus 7 and -3, which gives 6. So in every query, we simply add all the elements between the given indices. So let's see the most straightforward way to implement this problem. So the first approach will be brute force approach. Here for every query, we start from left index and move till the right index. While traversing, we keep adding each element to a variable called sum. So let us see the algorithm here and try to understand. So first of all, we initialize sum as 0 and then we use a loop from left to right. And inside the loop, we keep adding nums of I to the sum. After the loop ends, we return the final sum here. So this is the basic approach which comes to our mind, and the time complexity of this algorithm will be order of n per query, and this and the space complexity will be order of 1 since no extra space will be used here. So can we implement this? No, because the problem allows up to many queries, up to 10 to the power of 4 queries. So each query takes order of n time, and which takes a lot of time, and the performance becomes very slow. So even this approach is simple, it is not efficient. So because of high time complexity, we do not implement this brute force approach. Let us see another approaches which will which the time complexity will be reduced there.
As a part of RangeSum except LRQ series, now I'm going to tell about the second approach, which is known as naive prefix sum. Here we use this approach, we use a prefix sum array to reduce the repeated addition. Prefix sum stores the cumulative sum from index 0 and prefix is created for every array as we know. And this is the basic algorithm representing the naive prefix sum approach, and the time and space complexity of this approach are given here. But actually we do not use this approach because prefix array is rebuilt for every query and time complexity is more. Hence this approach is not used much more, and the best approach for solving this RangeSum except LRQ series is known as prefix sum approach. In this, we pre-compute the prefix sum once in the constructor and answer each query in 0 1 times. And this is the basic algorithm representing the prefix sum approach. And here are the time and space complexity. And we use this approach because it has less time compared to the other approaches, and it is mainly suitable for immutable arrays, and it works efficiently for large number of queries. As I said, this prefix sum approach is the best optimal approach. Now let's solve a lead code problem related to it. Here's a lead code problem related to it. It's already kept ready. RangeSum except query is a immutable problem. In this we'll solve this sum by using we'll solve this sum by using a prefix sum approach. We calculate the sum of elements, and this is what it basically has. And between indices left and right, and this is the required condition, and this is the input given to us. So let's solve this. Here we have already written the code so that we can complete it. Int prefix public num array. Here this is the given code, and while I have iterated the array using for loop and taken the value, and finally printed the value as he asked us in this condition. So now let's run this. Yeah, executed. Otherwise, if you use the naive prefix sum approach, we may get a tight TLE problem. So we are using prefix sum approach. Thank you.